Look, okay, I did a couple two videos yesterday talking about this Microsoft, you know, Activision situation, and one of the videos, Microsoft, gave the streaming rights to Ubisoft, which is kind of crazy. But Ubisoft has internal issues that they need to fix. I mean, they need to get Beyond Good and Evil 2 out. They got to get Skull and Bones out. Um, Plus, they got the Division 3 and Star Wars games that they're working on. Microsoft was the main person behind the whole cloud streaming and trying to take gaming to the next level. And Ubisoft wasn't screaming that before, but ever since Microsoft, gave them the streaming rights, Ubisoft got their chest open like this, talking about cloud streaming and all that. But then there's another situation too. When Ubisoft was having his internal struggles, Tencent gave them 300 million. Yeah, based on the video that I did yesterday, I was like, so to me, Microsoft giving the streaming rights to Ubisoft is like, I think that was a good move, but we'll see. I thought they should have, under those 10-year contracts that they were giving out, take care of those first, and then use that to go at the CMA, yeah, and then use that to send a message about cloud gaming and where things are. I think that's what they should have done. But they gave it to Ubisoft, but we'll see what Ubisoft does. Listen to this. Where we at? It says here, FTC revive its internal lawsuit against Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard. But here's the problem with that now. The Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley in the Ninth District Courts of Courts. Every judge is going to use that decision that Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley made against the FTC and ruled against the FTC again. The judge already gave him 8 reasons, and this time Corley is about to drive the point home again. Says here, Microsoft has reached out with the following statement on the below FTC news. We still anticipate that we will close the transaction by October 18th, and we have full confidence in our case, and the deal benefits to gamers and competition. It says here, the Federal Trade Commission isn't giving up its legal fight against Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard. As you likely remember, the U.S. regulator tried to obtain preliminary injunction to prevent Microsoft deal from being completed, but failed when Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley of the Northern District of California ruled in favor of Microsoft on July 11. Shortly after that happened, the FTC was essentially forced by its own commission rule of practice to stay the internal proceeding before the administrative law judge, which were originally scheduled to begin on August 2nd. Following the regulator's decision to block the acquisition last December, however, the FTC has now ordered the internal proceeding to resume, effectively reviving its lawsuit. The evidentiary hearing will now commence 21 days after the United States Court of Appeal of the Ninth District Court issues its opinion regarding the appeal. The District Court's decision on the requested preliminary injunction. It is a slightly surprising decision, considering that the Federal Trade Commission now effectively stands alone following the United Kingdom Competition and Market Authority (CMA) provisional approval of the restructured Microsoft, and then it says in parentheses, chiefly due to divestiture of Activision cloud streaming rights to Ubisoft. Everywhere else, the deal has already been approved. Since under Lena Khan's tenure, the FTC has attempted to fight even unwinnable battles In fact, they have lost every one of them so far. Yesterday, they issued a massive lawsuit against Amazon, alleging that the online retailer and technology company is a monopolistic that uses a set of interlocking, anti-competitive, unfair strategies to illegally maintain its monopoly power. Says here, as for the Microsoft's Activision Blizzard deal, the FTC won't be able to stop its closure because it can continue its internal hearing and potentially seeks to unwind the deal afterward. Yeah. Well, uh, uh, wow. It's like they're fighting a losing battle here. The judge already gave her decision already. Then you got blocked, but now you're trying to come back and do an internal hearing. Yeah, it's like to me like they're chasing clout right now. It's like they're chasing clout, and then you got Amazon to deal with. Yeah. Well, that's the FTC for you. I mean, no disrespect to them, but they weren't prepared for this. That's just the truth. They were never prepared for this. Like the article says here, Microsoft, Activision. Wait a minute, where it says it says everywhere else the deal has already been approved. Still under Lena Khan's tenure, the FTC attempts to fight even unwinnable battles. In fact, they have lost every one of them so far. Yeah, when the judge gave her decisions in the court, and especially in the 9th District, that I knew they lost that battle, and then they tried to appeal it, but then the appeals court used the judge's decision, made their decision based on what the judge's decision was. So yeah, another chapter in this Activision court case saga. But the CMA now, they're just like the FTC. They really never had anything. They really didn't. They were just just hoping, just trying to pass something, hoping that it sticks. And they really don't. They just being, to me, they're just being stubborn right now, because the game industry has to grow. Has to grow and has to move. But since it's Microsoft, yeah. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell, man. They both never really had anything, They both never had anything, because all Microsoft did was purchase Activision Blizzard, and Sony went crying to them, and then they try to make this about Sony and Microsoft, and then take Nintendo out the picture, and yeah, everything was downhill from there. So yeah, I mean, the CMA had to sit there, watch the FTC lose in court, and then then the CMA try to say, oh, our decision is not based like off the FTC's, and yeah. So it's just, to me right now, they're just chasing clout right now. They're chasing clout. The game industry has to grow. It has to move. And cloud streaming, cloud gaming is where we are. And that's just the way it is right now. Yeah. FTC. And then you have Ubisoft now. They're still trying to get their things together, but now they're trying to walk out with their chests out, talking about cloud gaming within the next 10 years, Yeah. No. And then with the diversiture thing now, diversiture, um, the CMA now tried to give Microsoft try to give 8 reasons why, you know, Ubisoft has control over the streaming rights. And yeah, it's kind of like what Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley did in court when she gave 8 reasons why the FTC lost. Now the CMA is trying to use 8 reasons why Ubisoft has privileges in with the Microsoft cloud streaming rights. Yeah, Activision cloud streaming rights. Yeah, but other than that, man, for me right now, this case is over, man. You know, to me, this case was done. Once the FTC lost in court, the case was done. You know, it's like, to me, the CMA is like looking for something to make it stick, but it's not happening. You know? So yeah, it's just like it's like they're striking the air trying to make something happen, but it's not there. You know? Yeah. But what's going to be interesting though is see how Tencent plays a role in this now. Now that it's mentioned that Tencent gave Ubisoft 300 million, you know, so it's going to be interesting to see what comes from that situation. So yeah, maybe Tencent will absorb Ubisoft. It could happen, you know. It could happen. So yeah, but other than that, I'm gonna keep you guys posted on what's going on with this. Hope you enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. I'm gone.